Alright, hey guys, here is the last part 5 of our trip through level 3 of Demon Souls, the Tower of Latria, and we finally get to the part where we go and we disarm or deactivate the arrow tower. And you can see it right here. It's very big, but we're behind it, and so all of that traveling that we did throughout the level is to get behind here. And we're going to make a couple of other stops. We're going to see a couple of NPCs in this level, and then we will get to the gateway, the fog, to where the boss is. But down this bridge, now you can safely collect all of the items. If you went the long way, you can get a lot of souls, a couple of equips, and all of them are very useful. You can see Kuro's wonderful hat. He actually had to invade somebody's world, and so when we started this level he had just finished that, and so you can see him with his cool little tornado hat. But we're going through here and picking up everything that's left here. So just a side note, happy belated Mother's Day, since we don't really post on Sundays, and Sunday was Mother's Day. Didn't get a chance to really say anything, but hope you all had a good Mother's Day. Hope you had fun. And then you're going to see us here going through the level. The NPC that I mentioned in the last video that we were trying to kill, you will see in this video, and that is where we're going to next. So it's a little bit of a trip to get back to him, but it is definitely worth it to get rid of him, because if you don't, then he will cause you some trouble, as I said before, in the boss, which is the Fool's Idol. And I actually thought that the boss was one of the prettiest bosses that I've seen so far in the game, so it is hard to imagine it being any worse than it was, being that the boss was a little challenging, but it was nice to look at. But the NPC is something that you definitely need to take care of, so we're on our way to see him, and then after that we are going to help an NPC, something else that I mentioned a couple of videos ago, and we will reveal who that is when we get to him. There is another NPC that you can help here, but you can't do it yet, so we'll get to him later. Anyways, here is the NPC, and he insists that he's not going to interfere or do anything. Kuro mercilessly just destroyed him in an instant, and he was out of the way, so the guy that I felt sorry for, I actually kind of giggled when he went down, but other than that, once you get rid of him, there's really nothing else here except for the key, which is on the wall, so please don't forget to get the key, the special key, and that is the key that you're going to need to help the NPC that we're going to next. So if you don't get that key, the door will be locked and you will not be able to access him. And what you will do is, when you talk to him, by unlocking the cell door to his cell, and that's how you help him, you open the door for him, he will talk to you and he will go back to the Nexus. You're unlocking another NPC that helps you. And I say it was worth it, especially if you are somebody who likes to use magic. So we're on our way to see him, and again, there's a lot of running in this. I didn't really speed it up, because the video altogether is not really all that long, but we're going to see him. We did finally do our play. We only had one person, but it was still very fun. We had somebody who had posted on our YouTube and sent us a message asking if we could play this past weekend on the 11th, I believe, and so we finally, after some trial and error, got some stuff to hook up, and it was kind of nerve-wracking, because while we were getting set up, I was actually waiting in the world, which is something that Kuro had told me not to do, and I had forgotten. And so while I was waiting there, somebody had invaded my world, and so for a few minutes we kind of just stood there looking at each other like those standoffs, and I was kind of like waving my shield at him and jumping back, and he didn't attack at first, but finally I think he lost his patience before I lost mine, which is typical of how I do with people, and he started attacking me, and all I did was dodge and shield, because I was waiting for Kuro and our guest to put down their soul signs so I could summon them, and unbeknownst to this guy, that's what I was waiting for. So while he was determined to attack me, and he got a couple of hits on me, I only had to heal once with half moon grass. While he was doing that, we all got together, I summoned him, and while he was attacking me, the person I had summoned came up from behind. He didn't see and he didn't know, and so he went down. So if that person ever happens to see this, I'm really sorry. But anyways, here we are. We are to the place where we can use the special key, and you will see Sage Frake, I believe is how you say his name, and he will thank you for being able to help him. Sage Frake helps you to learn magic spells. From what I understand, my character does not use any, so I actually don't know how this works. I may make another character that specifically does these sort of things and try it out, but anyways, he says, he's still weak, but he can get back to the Nexus, and he does that, so really there's nothing else after this. If you talk to him again, he'll just give you the same message, I'm able to get back to the Nexus on my own. So after that, we kind of finished all that there was left in this level, so we're on our way now to the boss, the Fool's Idol, and you can see which way to go. Sage Frake is definitely something that you should unlock, and I think the other NPC that you can help here is one of the ones on the loading screen, as to be expected, since most of the NPCs are them. I believe it's Lord, it starts with R, I cannot remember it right now, it's kind of embarrassing, but Lord Riddell, and you can help him, but in order to do that, when I asked her about it, why didn't we help him? Well, it turns out that you have to go further down into level 3. This is only the first part, and you have to go further down into part 2, I believe, or further on to be able to get what you need to help him. So you can't help him yet. You can help him later on, and I found out that there are some NPCs that actually aren't friendly. They can be, some of them it's kind of a 50-50, some of them it's best that you get rid of them, but these are NPCs that you can help here, and it's kind of cool how the NPCs tie into the world around you. The world is not just for show and for levels to go through, they actually work with the NPCs and the storyline. But anyways, we're up here and we're almost to the boss. There's a couple of guys up here, be careful, they are somewhat strong, so you will need to be on your guard. Try to land some backstabs or something, or if you have some ranged, use that. It helps if you are someone else. This guy here, the red guy, will give you chunks of Moonlight Stone, but I was full up, so I couldn't pick up any of these things, and I had a really full inventory of all these different stones because I collected so many different things. So I'm just going through checking my inventory before we head off to the boss, which is just up ahead. There's a big door and there'll be a very brief cutscene showing that the fog is now there, so you'll see that here. And then after that, there is nothing left to this video. We've reached the boss, and so we'll see that in the next video. We'll have our boss video, and you'll see how that works. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this, for being patient through all these different videos for level 3, the Tower of Latria. Thank you so much for checking out our stuff. Check out our Tumblr, and then please like or subscribe us to see more, and then we will update you on the boss later on. So see you then.